Good morning. I look tired because I'm super tired. It's a new day. Let's get this coffee real quick. Holy shit, I'm tired. That's just what I need. I've now gotten coffee, I've washed my hair, deodorant on, all the important stuff. Let's get some food and prepare the stuff that we need in order to go to the gym, okay? So my meal before the gym today is gonna be amazing, okay? It's pretty simple. It's sweet potatoes and chicken. So let's cook it up. I like to start out my day with a heavy protein meal. And the main reason for that is that now I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm not gonna be able to eat for a while. Therefore, I want a lot of protein in my system, so I don't have to worry about eating a lot of protein for a couple of hours. So I can just get a protein bar and then I'm pretty much covered. So it's not that you need a heavy protein meal in the beginning of the day, not even close. But it's just nice if you know that you're gonna be busy for a couple of hours, so you won't be able to eat any more protein. Then it can make sense to get a heavy protein meal. I'm not gonna eat any vegetables for this meal because I only have frozen vegetables and I'm hungry now. So luckily I have some vegetable type powder that I can drink. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm lazy today. So while we're waiting for the food, I'm gonna prepare what I need for the gym. And I always take my creatine in the morning. And I have some omegas and some multivitamins that I might as well just take now as well. And then the powder, the vegetable powder, let's drink some of that too. And the pre-workout, let's prepare that as well. We start off by taking some water, put it in my mouth, and then the creatine. Then for the next part, we need this funnel. So it's a kind of a portable funnel that I can bring with me. So we're gonna use some Gorilla Mind energy, not energy drink, I was gonna say that, some stimulant free, okay? So this is basically pre-workout without the caffeine. So I'm just still gonna get all the other stuff that makes me more focused, the pump, the tingling. That's not a lot of tingling in this, but we're gonna get all that crazy stuff. And I'm gonna bring it with me because this big ass box is too big for me to have in my bag. So I'm just gonna put some in my little funnel here, and then I can bring this with me. Now we have prepared essentially all we need for the gym. Oh, we need one more thing, a protein bar, because I always get a little bit hungry while I'm at the gym, and it could also be a little bit smart to get some, some sort of rice cake or anything. This is called a corn cake, but some sort of rice cake, because I film a lot at the gym. I talk with my friends, so I'm there for a couple of hours. And for the first half of my session, I'm not gonna be hungry, but for the last half of the session, I will be getting a little bit more hungry. So then it can be smart to bring some intra-workout food meal that's easy to eat. It doesn't take too long, and you just get fueled up, because we know that if we are hungry, it will decrease our performance a lot. And now we made it to my office area where I eat my food and I reply to messages for my clients. I always want to make sure that my clients always have what they need from the first moment they wake up during the day. So I wake up a little bit earlier so I can make sure that they don't have any questions at all throughout their day when it comes to training. And then obviously if they have questions, they just let me know during the day as well, and I will also answer. I'm available pretty much all day, every day. I'm gonna reply to the messages, eat this meal, and then I'll see you at the gym. And now it's time for some push downs. And I've fallen quite in love with this one. Specifically, the reason for that is when we want to focus on getting bigger triceps, it's a good idea to focus on the long head. And we know when we want to focus on the long head, we need to make sure that we have a steady elbow, that we don't just move it around, because then the medial and lateral head is going to be taken over. And we're going to be hitting those a lot in the pressing movements that we do. But we want to focus on exercise where we have our arm down and keeping it steady. Okay, you could also do a regular push down like I've done in all the other videos, but today I want to try this one. Okay, it's a little bit of an awkward setup because you have to go up like this and then you have to come down like this. Now it's time for some lats in the sciatic plane. I don't know if you have noticed, but I never do both a pull-up type movement where it's more of a frontal plane and a sagittal plane movement. For those of you who don't know, when I say sagittal plane, I mean doing a movement in this sort of plane, whereas a frontal plane is when we have our arms out here. And I never do both movements in one session. I only do one because there's not really much reason to do both in one session. It's better if you can just do one and then just give that 100% rather than having to do two types of lat movements. Okay, because we know the second one is going to have much less energy. You're not going to be able to do a very productive set if you have both in one session. That doesn't mean you can't do it. Of course you can. But I'm just saying, it would be better to spread them out. So I do one session with sagittal pull and another session with a more frontal pull. We're going to be using this crazy contraption that friends of mine, both, I have two. I have two friends. But those two friends have made this product. It's super smart because normally when we do a row or a lat row, we're going to be using our hands and then we're going to be involving a lot of biceps as well. Which is not going to be bad. You can definitely get huge lats by doing that. But you can also use a sort of contraption like this where you put your elbow in, because now I can just pull with this. I'm going to be creating a lot more stability and I'm going to be able to solely focus on my lats, okay? If you're using a lot of machines in your program, then it can be a little bit difficult sometimes to progress. As you can see, it jumps with more than 1 kilogram, more than a couple of pounds every single time. So it can be really difficult to progress. What you can do about that is you can take a little dumbbell like this. This is a 1 kilogram dumbbell. You could also use 2 kilograms or even less if you have that, or you can use a normal weight plate and put on. So what I do is when I want to progress from 110 to 117, that's a lot. That's a big difference. So what I can do is I can place this on here and it'll be 111. So now when I do the exercise, I can progress a little bit more easily than if I had to jump the 7. I don't know if it's kilograms or pounds, but the 7, let's say kilograms, that it jumps from 110 to 117. So this is gonna be a little bit easier. Now back after what has been a very, very productive session. And the meal that I will be eating now is, it looks like only ketchup, but it is actually chicken, rice, chicken, pasta, and some vegetables. I'm just gonna quickly mix it up so you can see how it looks. And as I said, very productive. I did the whole workout and I also filmed a lot for the app that I have. My friends and I, we have built a training app, and it was actually, the training app was actually specifically made for newcomers, people who has never been to the gym, so they knew where to go, what programs to get and stuff like that. But now we've made it into a thing that everyone can use. Advanced, noobs, such a gaming thing to say, new people who's going to the gym, and because there's gotta be a space for everybody, right? So I've been working a lot on that as well. Very productive, very, very productive. So I'm gonna eat this now. I'm gonna be answering some clients. I got my keyboard, gonna answering some clients, and then gotta do some work, and then I have to go swim later as well and eat with my family. So it's gonna be super productive and nice day today. So let me do a little bit of work and then I will see you later. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I accidentally sat in this amazing chair that my girlfriend brought. And I almost fell asleep because I'm so tired after all the stuff that I've done today. And we still need to do more work and I still need to swim. Oi, I'm so tired that I didn't even feel my face. We managed to finish the work. Now we have to eat some food. I'm gonna have some quick bread with some honey because I need to go swim, so I need some carbs to make sure I get enough energy for the task at hand, and that is to swim. And I have to swim for 2 kilometers today. It's gonna be a long swim, so I'm gonna be even more tired after that. So it's good that I managed to finish my work, but you all know that feeling when you end up laying in this nice chair that you have in your home. It was a difficult task to get up again. But look at this bread. This is what we're gonna eat. 4 pieces and then some, for some reason I want to call this butter. It's not, it's honey. So let's get some honey on. Just a little bit. I don't need too much, just a little bit so the bread don't just, it's just boring. just a little bit of this stuff. What I find really funny about swimming is that as soon as you get in the water, you don't feel tired anymore. It's like your body is like naturally responding to the water. It's like, damn, we gotta survive now. So that's one thing that I really like about swimming, is that I'm not as tired, because as long as I'm in the water, I don't feel anything other than energy, and I need to survive. But then when I'm done, I'm so tired. But let's get to the swimming, and then I'll see you after. I have to go eat dinner with my parents afterwards, so I'll show you what I'm gonna have for dinner there, and then I'm gonna go back home. Probably gonna do a little bit more work, but let's see what happens. Now we are done. I am home from swimming. Look at this hair. We are back from the swimming. It went really well. You can see our swimsuits are here ready to get dried off. I am now at my parents' apartment and I'm gonna get some food. I am starving. I am starving so bad. I drank so much pool water because I was practicing when you have to go up and get air. I was practicing doing that on both sides. For some reason I can only do it on one side, and then I wanted to try it the other side, and I drank so much water. So I need food now because my stomach is full of the liquid and the chlorine. Oh, let's get some good food, and then I'll see you at home after that. We are back again after eating with my parents, and it was absolutely amazing. Now it's time to cook some dinner, because my girlfriend, she's not home. It is almost 10 o'clock at night. My watch don't want to work. Come on, come on. Okay, what time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock and my girlfriend is gonna be home in about 45 minutes. The reason why my girlfriend ain't home is because she's studying psychology, and then as a part-time job, she's working for free at a place where people of less fortune is able to get help without paying, because it can get pretty expensive when you go to a therapist. I myself, once in a while, go to a therapist to get some help on the mental stuff, okay? Because we all have struggles, we all have things that we need help taking care of, or maybe we have some problems that we need some techniques, some ways to work around stuff, right? For example, for me, I'm very bad at taking time off, relaxing. I always feel like I could do better, and I get some help, some techniques to cope with that, okay? But my girlfriend, she works at this place, and every single Wednesday she goes there and works for 8 hours for free to help these less fortunate people. She is amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook some food. I have some sweet potato. I'm gonna cook those up, make them nice, and I got some chicken. I'm gonna make a great meal, and then I'm gonna work a little bit after that and go to bed. So I'm gonna call this day very successful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you want to watch more of this kind of stuff, and then I'll just see you in the next video. Bye.